All these years, we did not even think about this. For 70 years, all the suggestions which has been given by my friend Dalmia ji, 70 years, they had 57 years their own government, they never thought of bringing an ordinance or a bill. Rather, I would have seen in Congress era, when Supreme Court gave some respite to Shah Banu, it was Rajiv Gandhi ji who revoked that, and he set a wrong precedence. The person who gives triple talaq does not follow the constitution, and he should be arrested and put behind bars. I first feel bad that the original bill was been rejected by Congress in upper house because we did not have majority, and today they are talking about something which is not a part of the bill. If a person gives a talaq and he has been asked to pay the maintenance, the judge would consider how the maintenance will be paid. And one more thing, before we talk about the rights of the person who has done the perpetuity of the crime, we should talk about the rights of the victim. And here I think we should applaud the efforts of ND and BJP. I hope today at least, after 70 years, India will see this bill coming up.
I mean, I think everyone unites in that hope with you. But Vinit, some of the questions that Vinayak has raised, I will come to you, Vinayak, just one second. Let me just get Vinit.
They have no right to ask questions because 57 years they had their own prime minister.
Everyone in this country has the right to ask questions. I beg to differ with you on that.
And when the people who have done Shah Banu, we can't forget Shah Banu, Supreme Court has given something and they have denied that to the Muslim sisters.
Let's stick to the issue, right? It's a major cause that you've taken up, and like we're saying, we're applauding you for it. However, let's stick to the issue, and Vinayak raised 2-3 very important points, and I want you to answer those. Subsistence allowance, the definition, it's ambiguous. Are you looking to deal with that?
No, I think he's wrongly picturing it. The subsistence allowance has been defined very nicely and the judges do it. Now please tell me, if a husband is earning 100 rupees and another husband is earning a crore rupees per day, do you quantify it? It is on the judge, he sees
which is why I didn't bring the point of quantification.
I'll tell you.
Ask you about definition.
Yeah, Shikha ji, please allow me to complete. Had they been genuine in their effort, they could have always talked this in the house in the first bill itself. Keep ruling party treasury bench, this provision can be added, and we have always seen whenever this kind of suggestion would have come, when they come out in the public and they don't support that in the house, they are exposed. The same suggestion. So do you think the bills are presented like this in the house? The bills are presented to the team which is there, and one of the team, the committees have their representative. They could have easily said that in the committee.
Have you addressed the big question?
So what you are trying to do is you are trying to address the mullahs and the maulvis who are part of the crime.
Fine. I want to ask you the other big question here, which is, have you addressed the big question?
So what you are trying to do is you are trying to address the mullahs and the maulvis who are part of the crime.
Fine. I want to ask you the other big question here, which is a question that we've been asking on NewsX as well, which is what happens to this maintenance clause if the husband is behind bars? Is there an idea there? Is there some kind of a resolution to that?
Of course,
there is.
The property can be attached. And you know, before this bill also, as rightly pointed out with the learned advocate, all the provisions were there for maintenance also. How do you do with the maintenance? And for the sake of giving maintenance, you cannot allow a criminal to be scot-free and impact the women. You know, number of cases which are reported in the court are much lesser than the number of cases which go to the police station where the police does not cooperate, and are much lesser than the number of cases which go to the police station because the women keep suffering. My sister right now said that she was suffering before she could actually muster the courage of going out and fight, and she could fight only because somebody stood behind her. All the daughters would not be lucky like that. For God's sake, do not make it Congress versus BJP. At least now wake up. You did not do it for 70 years now. At least now wake up and say. And yes, if you have a good suggestion, you are most welcome. But you should feel ashamed that 70 years you do not do anything, and today you are trying to point out.
Even post 70 years or even post 170 years, if a bill is being passed, it ought to be examined.
They also have to explain. Shikha ji, they have to explain to the Muslim sisters why they not bring a bill like this before.